But otherwise, I'm just dyeing a lot of yarn because I have yarn shows coming up. So
Got it. It's a lot of color work right now.
currently, yes.
So why don't we kind of switch fields a little bit and tell us about your knitting? Why don't you tell the viewers why you knit?
Well, I'll tell you. Shh, my cat's meowing at me. I'll tell you how I started knitting. I had a friend who knit. She knit left-handed, not because she was left-handed, because her mom was left-handed.
Oh, and that's how she learned.
Yeah, and I was like, you can't teach me to knit, even though, but she's the first person I ever saw knitting, which is amazing, really. And I was 22. I was like, graduated from college already when I saw the first person knitting. And before then, I'm a trained artist, a painter, and I had the tendency to do, like, I just wanted to do things with my hands, so I made these, like, extravagant, crazy patterns that I'd make up friendship bracelets and stuff, so, like, knot work and stuff like that. Yeah. So if I knew how to knit back then, I guarantee you I would have been knitting instead.
Right.
Like, just so much more productive and interesting, and I can make up so many more interesting patterns than I could with the other.
Yeah.
But, so I taught myself how to knit out of knitting and crocheting for dummies. Mm-hmm. And that's how I started, and it's kind of been doing it constantly ever since.
That's good. And it's just, you've gotten into knitting, and it's just stuck, and it's just what you want to do now, right? Yeah. All the time, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's interesting, because I went to graduate school. That's what I was in Vancouver, British Columbia for.
Okay.
I went to graduate school to figure out whether I wanted to do painting or poetry. And I came out with a fiber arts thesis instead.
Yeah, you had to switch midway.
It was ridiculous. I was like, what? What happened?
What happened? I'm sure you're not the first who's changed their mind along that path. So,
my parents were so confused.
So, if you were to knit and live anywhere in the world, where would you knit and live?
I'm from Montana, and I would go home.
Oh, that's so nice.
I know. I love Montana. Very specifically, I would sit under pine trees on Flathead Lake and knit.
Aw.
You know.
That's great.
I'm a very rooted person.
That's good. I like that. Plus, Montana, don't you guys get a lot of snow there and stuff in the winters?
Less than we used to, but yes, okay. more than Pittsburgh for sure.
Yeah.
Which is currently in freezing rain formation.
Cold outside. Stay inside and knit weather.
Totally.
Yeah. What's been your worst knitting, or maybe in your case, dyeing disaster?
I don't know that I have. I'm a ripper, so you don't really have much disasters if you just rip things out all the time when you don't like them. I will ask my husband, what do you think of this? And he'll be like, you seem skeptical. You should probably rip it out.
You should just take it out.
But I'd say with dyes, I've definitely spilled a giant jar of Kelly Green dye all over some white cupboards before.
Oh no!
I mean, baking soda will take anything off. Like, frankly,
yeah.
It will always like be amazing. But it took me a really long time with a lot of baking soda to get all that Kelly Green dye off that white cupboard.
That's a good piece of advice. I didn't know that. I've never really.
Oh, it's amazing. Baking soda and vinegar will pretty much clean anything.
Oh, good. And you mix them together?
Not in this case. In this case, I just use baking soda, but like tongue clogged drains use both.
Yeah.
Stuff like
cool.
that.
Okay. Well, a little bit of cleaning know-how there. And last but not least, if you were to be enjoying a favorite drink while reading my blog, what would it be?
Tea. Hot tea. Currently pregnant, so non-caffeinated.
Yeah.
Probably, the problem is I'm so connected to Montana. Evening in Missoula, which is a really fabulous herbal tea that comes out of my hometown that I drink all the time.
Yay. We'll have to check that out and link to it so the followers can see it too.
Yeah, you should. It's great tea.
Good. Okay, well, thank you so much, Cozy, for being here with us today. We'll
Thanks.
put up all your important links and show everybody your really neat stuff, and we'll have a fantastic giveaway for you. For the followers, and thanks for being here, and come back and visit us anytime.
Definitely.
Bye.
Bye.
Ooh, yeah. It's recording. See the fish in the background?